Welcome back to SwitchCorner. My name is Alex and today we're taking a look at my favourite deals across the Switch eShops, covering the US, Canada, UK, EU and Australia. Now this one, it's any price goes, but I've got a few budget options in here as well. So with that, hit subscribe if you love the Switch, as much as we all do here, join our growing family, and let's get started. So before we do kick this off then, two winners to announce for two $10 eShop gift cards later in the video, and then two more to give away. Now all you need to do to enter, drop a comment down below and the winners, they'll be announced in next week's video. Also then, with Black Friday on the horizon, a quieter week this one, but I've also linked Thursday's under $10 video down below as well, because all of those deals, they are still active. So first up, the World Ends With You Final Remix. We featured the latest installment just last week. There was a lot of questions in the comments around though, when will the first entry be on sale again? Well, you got your wish, it is now rocking 30% off. The issue there though, it's not a new low price. We've seen it before for 50% off, but that was nearly a year ago, and that was actually the last sale, so we don't see this game all that often. What I really like though, it's got a free trial, so you can play the full game up until 11:59 PM PST on the 16th of the month, so check it out there, see if it's one for you. An action RPG, though it originally released on the DS, and while the controls, they don't translate perfectly honestly, it's still a bit of a classic. Now in this world, you'll find yourself in the shopping district of Tokyo, where you compete in what is an alternate reality in this game called the Reaper Games. Fail and you'll be wiped from existence. Great visuals on this one then, and it adds an extra chapter exclusive to the Switch. Super Cable Boy then is a game I was supposed to cover, never got around to it unfortunately, but this is going to be for the Twitch platformer fans out there. It also though acts as a good entry point to the genre though as well, because it's not quite as difficult as some out there. Now visually it's influenced by the Game Boy era, but with a great colour palette at times that kind of washes over the screen. The idea though, you're a sentient handheld system with a power cord that happens to double as your grappling hook. Collect cartridges though to defeat the glitch and save the day. 2-player local support then, a great little tale, and I just enjoyed the world in general. A new low price then of 40% off. Alright, so strategy fans, Northgard is back on sale with 60% off. That is matching the all-time low price. It's a strategy entry set around Norse mythology, and this one, think base building, town management, so job selection, resource strategy, and of course battles. I like it. We don't get a whole lot of real-time strategy on the Switch, and this feels like that perfect bite-sized approach to the genre. The mythology then backing it all up, it's just something that's always fascinated me, so it was definitely one that appealed, and yeah, you can even battle it out against friends as well. Crown Trick then is back, matching the low with 40% off from Team 17. I've got a feeling Team 17, they will go big on Black Friday honestly, but this is easily worth the cash at this price. A roguelike RPG, the concept, the world and your enemies, they move as you do, so it's turn-based, but it's also synchronous. The dungeon then is procedurally generated, so a ton of replayability, there's puzzles along the way, traps to avoid, items to uncover, as well as skills, abilities, and of course epic boss moments. I was impressed, kicked my ass more than a few times as well. Tesla vs Lovecraft then is for the twin stick shooter fans out there. It's got a new low price of 70% off. It's published and developed by 10 Tons though. They are just experts at the genre, and this is another great example. You'll be facing off against Lovecraft's minions following an attack on your laboratory. It's not smart, but it supports up to 4-player local play. There's a whole host of enemies and your mech is just basically awesome. There's also then a solid selection of weapons as well to test out, and I really do think it's a good one for genre fans. In Thursday's video then, I mentioned LEGO Jurassic World. Well, LEGO, they have a huge sale on currently, so I want to quickly touch on two more. First, there's a new low price for DC supervillains. This one, you're trying to uncover the truth behind what is a new set of superheroes. Something doesn't seem quite right there. It's just the series tried and tested though adventure platforming puzzle gameplay in this open world. A great price though, a new low with 85% off. Same formula then, but Marvel Superheroes 2. I'd argue the first entry was better, but no sale on that one, so take this for a new low of 80% off. This one again, an open world style similar to DC, but battle it out as your favourite characters, and when I say battle I mean mostly platform and take part in what is a collectathon. Great cutscenes though again, and use of the license here, and they can be good fun when you're in the mood for them. Just expect something that's a little bit more chill, and you can pretty much play it with anyone, any age. So a couple quick mentions then before our first winner of the week. So first up, Bloodshaw, the latest FMV from Wales Interactive. It has a launch discount of 10% that will be expiring here soon. Absolutely ridiculous. In this world, Battle Royales are kind of broadcast for our entertainment, but I'm a fan of the genre and this is a very cheesy but entertaining one. I've linked my full video down below. Then it's not a sale, but do know that the Dead by Daylight Stranger Things content, it will be removed from the game for good on the 17th of the month. The map's going to disappear, nothing can be done about that, but if you pick up the character DLC and the cosmetics, you will keep it, so maybe consider it if Switch is your platform of choice. That's going to be though the Steve and Nancy Survivors, and then also the Demogorgon. Maybe wishlist it as well, it's on sale on other platforms right now, so hopefully they give it maybe a quick discount before the removal. So our first winner of the week, then it's going to Ron, who just picked up his first ever Switch. Favours physical games, typically, but finding out you can make some decent little savings using digital. Congrats Ron though, and appreciate the subscription as well, it means a whole lot to me. But drop me an email to claim your code, and everyone else a second winner, it's coming up later in the video. Alright, so heading into the final 3 games of the week, we're starting with Railway Empire Nintendo Switch Edition. Full transparency, not a game for me personally, but it's a new low of 45% off, and this series, it is well loved. I received a copy to review and I just couldn't get to grips with it all, honestly. It's pretty complex, and I'm sure you guessed it, it's got a very chill pace to it all. When it comes to strategy, I'm more into something a bit more action-packed, or maybe building pucks, you know, I'm a bit more of a simple creature in that sense. But this is a great price and they did a great job with the port as well, except for probably the visuals. It can look a little bit rough around the edges at points. It also though makes sense, there's a ton of content in here. So our penultimate game of the week then, Unbound Worlds Apart. This was a recent one for me, I'd been chipping away at it this week until GTA, Knights of the Old Republic, all that good stuff dropped. But it kind of unfortunately put this game into the backlog, so do know I am yet to beat it. I'll be going back this week though, so yeah, it's a puzzle platformer, and its weakness currently, the frame rate, I would call it rocky at best. I'm hoping we see it kind of get locked out in a future patch. Doesn't impact things too much, and it's all built then around portals and abilities. I like it though, and I think the 25% is worth it with this kind of new low price. I of course picked it up just before the sale started, because that tends to be the way life works. So our final winner of the week then, Mark, who's been eyeing XCOM for a while now. As I said last week, far from perfect. Graphically it's rough, frame rate issues, still enjoyed it. Something about XCOM Portable, it's, you know, I just didn't think we would ever see it. Congrats so Mark, drop me an email to claim your code, and everyone else, drop a comment down below for your chance to win in next week's video. So our final game of the week then, Monster Train First Class. I played this originally on the Xbox, then I grabbed it a little while after launch on the Switch, because I've actually been working on what is a deck building video now for some time that I really need to get around to. But for me, this is probably going to be up there with Slay the Spire, which is some serious praise. In this one though, Hal has frozen over, and now you must defend the final burning pyre from the forces of heaven. The gameplay though, you're defending 3 vertical backgrounds that are all stacked above each other. At the same time then, with this one, the decks are going to be different every single run. It's a roguelike, and there's a ton of content here. 280 cards, different clans, leveling up, 25 difficulty levels, upgrades. It even throws in then the Last Affinity DLC. But yeah, what I would suggest with this one is go watch a full review first, and then I'll work on getting that video out sometime this week. And that's another week down. Will you be adding anything to the library this week, or are you holding onto that cash? A shout out then to the patrons of the channel who are just going above and beyond to support SwitchCorner. It helps more than you know, so thank you all so much. Then hit subscribe if you love the Switch, as much as we all do here. Join our growing family, and I'll see you all on the next video. Thanks everyone.